Towson Swimming and Diving back in action this weekend here at Burdick Pool as they'll host a CAA foe in George Mason. I'm with head coach Pat Mead. And Coach, you may not want to go back and talk about it, but let's talk a little bit about last weekend. A tough way to open up the spring portion of your schedule here against Maryland. Tough loss on both sides. Yeah,
it was a great meet, though. We went into the meet knowing that Maryland was maybe a little bit step above us, and our goal was to actually approach our race strategies for all the different swims that we had. And I wanted the team to be aggressive on the front part of the races. We're 6 weeks out from our championship, and at this point right now, even though we're not rested, we're tired, we're broken down, the focus is learning how to swim your races and swim them the way you're going to want to swim them 6 weeks from now. And the team did a great job of actually being aggressive, stepping up tired, but going out hard and then dealing with that pain that you feel in the back half of your races. So I was proud of them. They did a great job.
On the men's side specifically, anything or maybe a couple of individuals that put forth a really good effort against Maryland?
Andy Disco had some really good swims. Jonathan Burr had some really good swims. They really attacked their races. Wes Foltz did some very good job on the races that he did as well. So, and then Alex Cohen did a great job on the boards.
As a team, the women's side, it was kind of a streak ender, I guess, so to speak, a streak of winning so many meets here in a row here at Burdick Pool. Is that something you even talk about with them, or is it just kind of turn the page and move on?
No, I mean, those things, those statistics are great at the end of a season. When everything's done, you sit down and you look at those things, but we're very long-term goal-oriented. We look at the end of our season, and so, how many meets we win in a row. I mean, those things come and go. They're meant to be broken, just like the school records. They're meant to be broken. So we've had Maryland on our schedule for the past 4 years, and they've been the one team that we haven't been able to get past. But again, we're not going to shy away from that level of competition because that's where we want to get to. So I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't upset about it. This weekend, the focus is moving forward and continuing what we did last weekend, building on that, so that we are getting more and more ready for the end of the season with the CAA championship.
Speaking of this weekend, as we mentioned, you'll host George Mason. What do you expect from the Patriots, and maybe what are some of the things that on the women's side and the men's side your swimmers and divers will have to do to get back on track?
Well, again, I think that the main focus is doing exactly what we did last weekend. Come in and attack the races on the front half. So, we want to win the meets, but I'm more concerned on, are we approaching the races from a race strategy the right way? Because that toughness is what will carry over to us getting to the wall first 6 weeks from now. But on the men's side, George Mason's been a very tough team. We're a little bit stronger this year. If we can perform as well as we have, like we did in the fall this weekend, I think we'll be competitive with their men. On the women's side, George Mason's women is far better of a team this year than what they've been maybe in years past. So we will need our women to step up and be extremely competitive and smart with their races if we're going to walk away with a win. So really it's just a lot more from what we did last weekend, and then trying to get to the wall first ahead of George Mason.
And some support up in the bleachers, that'd probably help too, right?
Yeah, we're going to have a great group. Our alumni have gotten together, and they've created a Facebook, and I think we're going to have something like 30, 40 alumni that are back. So to have that in the month of January, to have our alumni come back, they always support us very well early in the year when we have our alumni function, but they took the initiative and they've got a group of 40 people coming back. So all the alumni out there, if you haven't heard, if you haven't seen the Facebook, come out this weekend because there's going to be a bunch of them in the stands.
Pat, good luck on Saturday.
Thanks so much.